There is no universal method for estimating your startup cost. Each business has its own needs, its own requirements. To determine how much seed money you need to start up your business, you must estimate the cost of doing business for the first couple of months, at least 3 to 6 months. Some of these expenses will be one-time cost, while others will be ongoing cost. The one-time cost, when you start the business, you pay them once, and the ongoing costs, such as salaries, you keep on paying them. You have to decide whether these costs to start up the business are essential to your business. You need them. You cannot start without them, or they are optional. You can add them at a later stage. And whether these costs are fixed or variable. The most effective way to calculate your startup cost is to use a worksheet that lists both one-time and ongoing cost. So here, if we move down and going up all the way, you need to start with your startup cost, saying how much equipment, how much furniture, how much machines you need to your business to operate properly. These are one-time costs of items that would still have value later. We will call them in the balance sheet as assets. On the other side, we have the ongoing costs, such as the salaries. You have to pay salaries on and on. You have to pay the rent. You have to pay the phone bill, the electricity bill, and so on. These running costs, you have to secure them in your startup investment for a period of time, according to experts, that should cover 6 to 12 months. All of these together, summing them up, will be the needed startup investments. Let's look at this in a simple way. Putting aside on a spreadsheet the startup cost and dividing the startup cost into ongoing cost and capital cost. Starting with capital cost, we have plant and equipment, which includes the vehicles needed for your operation, the computer equipment, the computer software, the phone machine, the fax machine, the photocopy machine, and everything you need for your system, for your operation, even the security system. These are capital costs. These are one-time expenditure that you spend upon starting the business. In addition to office equipment, such as the furniture, the shop fit out, which is the decoration of the shop, and much more. It depends on each business. As for the ongoing costs, you have to think about the utility connections, such as electricity, gas, water, the phone connection, the internet connection, the maintenance of the computer software and the updates, the training to the employees, the wages that you have to pay for the employees, the raw material or the stock that you need to continue your business, and the insurance fees that you have to keep on paying year in, year out, the printings, the stationery and office supplies, and of course, to boost your sales, you need some marketing and advertising costs that you have to keep on paying. You pay it as a startup cost, but you have to keep on paying that. How do I ensure that I do not get any surprises along the way? It's very important as a question. Essential to the startup effort is the creation of a business plan. You cannot start up a business without a business plan. There are few generic costs that are common to all types of businesses. In a business plan, you have to start with the research expenses. You have to take into consideration with your startup cost the research expenses. You need to look at the insurance, the licenses, and the permits. These are legal terms, legal requirements that you have to pay for. The equipment and the supplies. You cannot have a business without equipment, without supplies. You cannot boost sales. You cannot bring your company into life without proper advertising and promotion. And at the end of the day, business, in order to grow, they need to borrow from banks. So you need to look at borrowing costs. How much does it cost to take a loan from a bank? You need to think about employees. How many employees you need? How much are you going to pay for the employees? And in this new era, technology is very important. You have to look at technological expenses, the computers, the softwares, and everything that you need for your business.